Hello, my name is Dr. Michelle Maidenberg. Today I'm going to be focusing on our thoughts. Thoughts come and go through our mind all day long, and some of us are flooded with thoughts. Some of us are overthinkers and worry and have negativity flowing through our mind. But often, what we're sitting with is sometimes regretfulness or shame about our thoughts. And it's the quality of our thoughts. We can't help them. They just come and go. So an example could be wishing pain on somebody or wishing ill. We all have those thoughts sometimes because people anger us or they frustrate us or disappoint us. That doesn't mean that you are your thoughts. They're just kind of an understanding of how you're feeling or where you're at, relative to the interaction or the relationship. The other thing that comes up is shame and embarrassment. Why am I thinking this way? Or what does that say about me? Or even like, I can't believe I thought that. What's wrong with me? We often say that too. We're also very presumptuous. We make these broad generalizations or judgments about ourselves, about others, right? Like sometimes people don't even have to open their mouth and we already summed up the person, right? Just based on how we perceive them or, one interaction with them and one moment of one behavior that they exhibited, and you surmise a whole lot of things about them. Our mind goes to that place based on our understanding of what those characteristics look like in other people or what we're trying to avoid because of our own, previous experiences. And then the other thing is we often take, our thoughts as facts rather than just thoughts. And all of this mindiness that happens in our mind, could make us feel really flooded. It could make us feel overwhelmed. It could make us have these negative judgments about ourselves. We're mean, we're judgmental, we're an angry person. So what I'm going to suggest is to really take, the moment and the week, if you can, or even just one day, and just observe your thoughts as if you're a researcher trying to understand yourself better and the quality of your thoughts. And an exercise you could do, which is really helpful, and I've done it before myself, and I, guide my clients, my patients sometimes to do it, is, when you have a very intense feeling, whether it be anger or frustration or whatever's kind of coming up, jot down, it could be in your phone and it could be in a little notebook or a journal. Just jot down what the thought is, what the feeling is, and also what behavior it's compelling. And then, additionally, to write down what you decided to do, how you decided to react or behave based on that thought or feeling. And it really helps to gain perspective about it and look it over and to notice patterns in your thinking, to notice, what thought or feeling do you tend to gravitate toward, right? So our core wounds or kind of our core beliefs are based on three things. And where does it tend to go? Does it tend to go to ineffectiveness or unlovability, right? Or hopelessness? So that we then filter everything that goes through our mind into those compartments. And it helps us to be more open-minded and less rigid so that we could really explore and understand ourselves better, which is always to our benefit and in our best interest. So if you could take a minute, we're gonna do our guided meditation on our thinking and our thoughts. And if you could sit up straight, and if you feel comfortable enough, if you could close your eyes. And I just want you to take this moment and just to hear my voice. And as you're sitting here, just notice all the thoughts and feelings that you're sitting with. And think about some occurrence or circumstance that happened, it could be today or very recently, where you had, intense emotion come up for you. And as you're sitting here thinking about that instance, try to, if you can, notice what thought and feeling is coming up for you, just reflecting on it. Are you feeling kind of agitation or irritation? Maybe more curiosity or even confusion? And without judging those thoughts or feelings, or without trying to disregard them or struggle with them, just allow them to be. And just have awareness just in this moment, based on thinking about that circumstance or situation. If there's any judgment that's specifically coming up about you, about the other person, about the situation. If there's any longing or wishfulness for things to be different. Any regrets. Again, whatever comes up, just allow it to be here with us right now. And imagine taking your arms and almost putting in a position of a cradle, as if you're cradling a little baby. And any thought that's maybe distressing or uncomfortable, as if, as you're cradling your hands, they're just laying there, sitting there with you. And you're holding them gently and lovingly, and showing them warmth and affection and cradling them. And if you feel comfortable, you could actually settle your hands leaning up against you as if you're holding those thoughts, and shift from side to side as if you're cradling them and showing them love and warmth and support and non-judgment and compassion. And just allow them to be there with you. And then take your hands and put them over your heart. And just feel your heartbeat. And your breath, inhaling and exhaling. And repeating after me. My thoughts are allowed to freely roam. They are not facts. They don't define who I am. My thoughts are free to roam. They are not facts, and they don't define who I am. And when I count to 3, and when you're ready, you could open your eyes. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much. I hope you and your families are safe and healthy.